Hello, this is Purple Rosa, and in this one I'll be starting the Elsweyr chapter. I will mention before we get started that I might get distracted while questing or exploring in this zone, as I do like to look at things and comment on things that I am seeing for the first time, but that is what will make this fun, not only for me but for you as well. So with that out the way, let's just get into it and start this quest. So to start this, you have to go into your collections and stories, which is where I am now. So it says, the word goes forth. Tharn, battle mage and former Imperial advisor, requires able-bodied allies to defend the catfolk of Elsweyr against a rage of dragons. Only the most brave need apply. Find Tharn in Riverhold in northern Elsweyr. Then it says, battle mage and former Imperial advisor Tharn summoned me to northern Elsweyr to help him and the Khajiit deal with the rage of dragons. So let's accept this quest and then head over to Riverhold, which is where the quest wants me to go. So that's just straight up in Elsweyr. The map is here, and as you can see, I haven't explored any of this zone, so this will be fun. So Riverhold is up here, so I might have to travel there by foot. Let us head to RImmen, the main city in Elsweyr, where we can teleport, and we'll make our way to RImmen. So we are now in RImmen, which is the main city of Elsweyr. I'm not going to explore too much of this yet, but as we have to go to Riverhold, which is here, I'm going to travel there by foot. I normally travel there by foot when I first do a zone, because that way you can explore it fully. And it looks like there's a dragon over there, but I'm not going to go there. So this is RImmen, the main city. Looks pretty cool. Oh wow. It's really pretty. So yeah, we'll head our way to Riverhold on foot.
They say Lord Garishri saved Haven from pirates, but this one knows it was you.
Huh. So yeah, we'll travel there by foot, which will be fun to explore this area for the first time. Try and make it fun along the way. Oh, look at this landscape. It's farmland. There might be quests along the way, but we'll just get to Riverhold first and do quests outward from there. Riverhold will probably have quests for us to do, so yeah. Will be good to see a dragon for the first time. There's an antelope up there. I like the music of this zone as well. I was going to have the dragon pet out with the pre-order, but I noticed a lot of other players had it out as well. So I'm gonna stick with my trusty snow leopard. His name is Ren, by the way, R-E-N. Dead antelope! There's a dragon! No, that's just a bird. I'm getting overexcited. Yeah, they're just birds. I thought it was a dragon, but I was wrong. So yeah, this is really cool landscape. Some nice looking trees as well. So yeah, as I said before, I normally, if I'm doing a zone for the first time, like Elsweyr here, I do like walking from place to place on foot because it gives you a chance to actually to look at the landscape here and the world they've created rather than rushing through on your mount. You will miss things. Oh. But yeah, we're halfway to Riverhold now. Oh, what are they? Oh, jackals. So it doesn't look like there's any new creatures, really. Some vultures. Yeah, fly away. This is really, really pretty. They put a lot of work and effort into this. But yeah, half the fun of doing a new zone is not just doing the quests, but exploring like I am now. Oh, that's a boss. Over there. Hill of the Shattered Swords. Let's just check it out, see if he's up, and we might be able to kill him. And if not, we'll continue on to Riverhold. Oh wow. One of the new statues you can get. But no, it doesn't look like the boss is up, so we will continue on rather than wait. Some more jackals. These jackals look bigger than the ones in Alakia. Ooh, thunder. So yeah, we'll continue on to Riverhold. I might actually change to that mount, as I'm currently using my favourite mount. Ooh, a badger! Don't run! So yeah, I do like these types of rocks. And we're nearly at Riverhold. It amazes me, like, when I myself am in a zone for the first time, how other players are just rushing on their mounts, whereas walking is more fun. So I think this is the person who started the quest for us, the prologue quest.
Not to complain, but the old wizard frightens me. He has such piercing eyes. And the way he talked about dragons made my hair stand on end. If there's nothing else, I need to move on. These messages won't deliver themselves.
Okay. By the sounds of it, she doesn't like Abner Tharn. Oh, so this is a bridge. This bridge is an actual furniture item. I'm not sure if it will be craftable, but it should be. I'll just get this way shrine over here. Well, we're here. There we go. And we'll go back to walking. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of other players here. the stable master. While we're here, we'll explore the architecture. Oh, this is a cool looking stable. And these buildings, I do like the updated Khajiit buildings. And there's a few quests here to do. But yeah, we'll just get into... Ooh, he's a tall Khajiit.
Victory is never assured in battle. But this one cannot help but worry that the odds are unfavorably stacked against us. After all, what hope have we against dragons? Still, we cannot allow Euraxia's tyranny to continue. We must fight.
We must! Oh, look at his eyebrows. He looks different from the Khajiit you can make, and he is taller. Look, I only go to his waist. Wow. I wonder if he's a different Khajiit. Is it a species? I think they call it. So yeah, look at this place. So let's go talk to Tharn and see what he has to say.
Chimera.
Ever the voice of reason, speaker. Ah, here comes someone who can help us now.
Yes, that is me.
I was beginning to suspect you were never going to arrive. After Calcevius and my half-sister manipulated us into inadvertently releasing a rage of dragons, Elsweyr has been overrun by the beasts. We do bear some responsibility, I suppose.
Yes, we do. We have to fix our mistake. A rage of dragons.
So much better than flock or herd, don't you think?
I suppose.
The Khajiit Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons, especially since they were fighting to liberate RImmen when the huge beasts arrived.
Huh. Khajiit Defense Force. That would put a dent in their plans with the dragons. Liberate RImmen.
Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must assist the Defense Force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate.
Alright, tell me more about these surges of power.
I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons.
An old acquaintance? Ooh, I wonder who this could be. So, we not only have to deal with the dragons, but we have to also help this Khajiit Defense Force liberate RImmen from Tharn's half-sister, Euraxia. And now we gotta investigate these portals. So, do these surges of energy have something to do with the dragons?
Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe so. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with a power of similar intensity. Check the locations I marked on your map before you make your way to the defense camp.
Cadwell! Yes! Oh, how would Tharn know Cadwell, though? Interesting. You mentioned Lord Gareshri and Chimera. Tell me about them.
Lord Gareshri is the Speaker of the Main and the commander of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. His aide, Chimera, serves as both a diplomat and a spy, though she would never call herself that. If you want to know more, feel free to ask them.
I will. Well, we've already met Chimera, but I'll talk to Gareshri. You mentioned the Khajiit were trying to liberate RImmen.
My half-sister, Euraxia, conquered RImmen and other parts of northern Elsweyr about 6 years ago. The Khajiit Defense Force has slowly been taking back their province, but RImmen is well fortified. And now, because of the dragons, things are worse.
Yep, and it's all our fault. What's the Khajiit Defense Force?
A militia drawn from the prides of northern Elsweyr. Garish Ree, the Speaker of the Main, has taken command during this crisis. With Dominion troops busy fighting the Three Banners War, the Defense Force must deal with the Euraxians and the Dragons.
I know Sir Cadwell.
Ah yes, of course you do. He does get around. If Cadwell turns out to be the source of the power surges, learn what he's doing out there and ask if he will aid us against the dragons. For all his eccentricities, he has talents we can utilize.
True. A shame there's no option to ask Tharn how he knows Cadwell, but yeah, this will be interesting. So, that's Garish Ree and Chimera here. So they're looking at a map of Elsweyr. Interesting. So what does Garish Ree look like? So we'll talk to Chimera.
I suppose it is good to see you again, Walker. Someone must help Tharn clean up the mess he created at the Halls of Colossus. Come to think of it, you share some of the blame, yes? Do not mind me. Rampaging dragons put me in a foul mood.
The dragons have been causing trouble.
Trouble? More like flying disasters. Caravans devastated, livestock consumed, villages set aflame. It is more than the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force can handle. As much as I hate to admit it, we need Tharn's help. And yours as well, Walker.
Dragons gotta eat. This is about what happened in the halls of Colossus, right?
Damn Abner Tharn for translating the Wrathstone and finding that ancient ruin. He went in search of a weapon to end the Three Banners War, a weapon I told him was too dangerous, remember, and instead wound up releasing the dragons.
Yeah, but he did try to seal the chamber. So how can I help?
Talk to Abner Tharn. He and the Speaker of the Main have been formulating strategies and contingency plans. Sometimes it feels like that is all they are doing. Maybe you can set fire to their tails, yes?
So, talk to Garish Ree.
You're the adventurer who helped Abner Tharn and Chimera at the halls of Colossus? The battle mage has been waiting for you. But where are my manners? Welcome to Riverhold and the province of Anequina. I am the Speaker of the Main.
Is the Main here?
No. Matters in other parts of Elsweyr occupy the Main right now. That is why I am here. I originally arrived to take charge of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. Efforts to expel the usurper Euraxia Tharn were well underway when the dragons appeared.
I had a feeling we wouldn't be seeing the Main, because if you've done the Reaper's March main quest for that zone, there's two choices for the Main, and depending on who you choose, it would be hard for them to implement that. Tell me about Euraxia Tharn.
A few years ago, Abner Tharn's half-sister conquered RImmen and parts of northern Elsweyr. We recently liberated Riverhold and were about to do the same for RImmen when the dragons spread across the land. It's almost as if they came to her aid.
What can I do to help?
Talk to Abner Tharn. He has agreed to serve as my advisor, a role he knows well from his years standing beside the Ruby Throne. His strategies and tactics for use against the dragons sound outrageous, but he knows what he is doing.
Of course he does. So Tharn is advising here about the dragons. So, ooh, I can search this rack. And it's not classed as stealing. Oh, yeah. Let's pillage this place. There might be some new books as well. But if I can search these cupboards. So yeah, we have to go investigate these power surges. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Oh, there's some letters here. So let's read this one. Letter from Tharn. I am Tharn, battle mage and former advisor to the Emperor. And I am calling for allies to join me in the Khajiit homeland and assist the Khajiit defense force to stop a rage of dragons. This terrible danger sweeps through northern Elsweyr, the province the Khajiit refer to as Anequina. I have decided to offer my services to Lord Garrosh, the Speaker of the Main, to help their homeland in this time of great need. I cannot deal with this threat by myself. If you have sword or spell and a desire to test yourself against the ultimate enemy, find me in the town of Riverhold at Khazahab Hall. I hope I said that right. And no, this is not a prank. The dragons have returned. Huh. Some people will probably think it's a prank. Oh, look at this grill rack. Oh, that'd be a cool furniture item. Another letter here. Euraxian necromancers. To Lord Garrosh, Speaker of the Main, from Chimera, agent of the Speaker. We know that the usurper queen employs necromancers and dark sorcery, and has done so from the beginning of her reign. In recent months, however, the number of necromancers supporting her forces have increased dramatically. It all comes back to one source. The Dark Mage and Euraxia's chief necromancer, Zumong Foon. Zumong Foon, the self-proclaimed Lord of the Dark Arts, reportedly hails from the northernmost climes of Hrothgar. Few facts concerning this orc necromancer can be gleaned from his early life. Though superstitions are plentiful, we know that the wilds of Hrothgar are unforgiving, and life among the orc strongholds is often harsh, bleak, and brutal. Still, we know that orcs who not only survive but flourish resemble a Melwayne sword that has been forged, beaten, and shaped to a razor's edge. The first real evidence of his existence prior to Anequina appears in intelligence reports, investigating the activities of the worm cult during the Plainmail crisis. While details remain slim, Zumong Foom's name appears as a ranking member of the cult and hints at a close connection to Manamako, the leader of the Black Worms. However, we know that he was active here in RImmen shortly after the Frostfall coup, so he probably did not have a direct hand in the cult's activities during the Plainmelt. Euraxia either significantly recruited Zumong Foom or was approached by the orc after she claimed the throne of RImmen. He had a small group of followers at first, lesser necromancers that formed the basis of his personal dark cult. The northern Elsweyr defense force occasionally faced a lone zombie or a small group of skeletons, but for the most part the necromancers have served little more than a supporting role in Euraxia's army. I fear that may be about to change. Since the end of the plane meld and the apparent disbanding of the worm cult, a great number of necromancers have flocked to the usurper queen's banner to learn from the cruel yet charismatic Zumong Foom. The few sorcerers that we have captured demonstrate an almost manic reverence for their orc leader, regaling us with tales of his dark powers and threats of what he and Euraxia will do once Elsweyr is totally under their control. They revealed few actionable details while providing hints about what Zumong Foom is doing in his hidden lairs and undead forges. Their term, not mine. If the rumours are to be believed, Zumong Foom and his acolytes have established manufactories away from prying eyes where they can perform rituals, conducting experiments and raise an army of undead soldiers to bolster Euraxia's mercenary forces. We have yet to see the products of these vile places, but we have discovered evidence of grave robbing throughout the region, especially around Ashen's Scar and other mass graves from the worst period of the Knaten flu outbreak. Speaker, we must find a means of dealing with Zumong Foom and his followers before they provide Euraxia with an unlimited supply of soldiers. The defense force cannot repel an army that does not tire and can be ceaselessly replenished. Our best chance is to locate the undead forges and destroy them before they can be turned up to full capacity. And if we can kill Zumong Foom, so much the better. Interesting. So, she said around Ashen Scar here. So that must be where one of the forges are. But that was a really long letter to read. So we have to investigate these power surges, which are outside here. So I'll go do that part of the quest right now. And these other quests in this town we will do afterwards. So let's go find out if this is Cadwell. So Cadwell's good with portal magic. He will be a valuable ally if it is Cadwell. Oh, the music in this zone is really good. So where's this first portal? Over here. Huh. Ooh, some people are dead. Imperials. There's a loot. It has to be Cadwell. Discarded orders. Squad Commander Pantheus. Both Her Majesty, Queen Euraxia, and her court necromancer, Zumong Foom, have detected a series of unknown surges of magical energy uncomfortably close to RImmen's western borders. You are to immediately divert your squad and investigate the locations indicated on the map. Your orders are to investigate each area, note any unusual creatures or occurrences, and capture any bystanders for interrogation. To be clear, Her Majesty wants them alive. Failure is not an option. So they're investigating here as well. Interesting. It has to be Cadwell because there was a loot nearby. So there's a sky shard over here I might get. Oh, what's over here? Some kind of camp. But yes, we'll get this sky shard and look at these other disturbance areas. Ah, it's up there. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's not really a desert landscape, it's just dry and harsh. So more dead salt. Oh no! That's Cadwell's pet! I remember that! It has to be Cadwell. Foul smelling sack. Huh. Oh look! Cadwell's hat. He obviously made camp here or something. Has to be Cadwell. So many hints. June Ripper. This landscape, oh, I just love it so much. So what's up here?
No, Azazi. Never touch a Daedric monster, especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous
It's a
net.
cat!
The dead can't hurt us. But where do you think it came from?
It stinks of Cold Harbor. Perhaps one of the Usurper Queen's lackeys summoned it, yes?
It's a, what do they call them? Can't remember what they call these little ones.
What a stench. That's the stink of Cold Harbor, Walker. How such a fearsome and dangerous creature ended up dead beneath our favorite rocky outcropping, this one does not wish to speculate. Only an extremely powerful mage could summon such a monster.
It's so cute. So cute. Ah.
Don't touch the dead thing, they do not tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a Daedric corpse. I wonder what killed it, though. Maybe it ran afoul of a dragon.
This one looks really cool. But no, I like this one. The Duna.
I saw you, traveler. Why do all outsiders insist on acting suspiciously?
I'm not acting suspicious.
I watched you go from location to location, just like the man with the pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of land? Or are you simply a deviant who enjoys skulking and slinking through the wilderness?
I wasn't skulking. And yes, it has to be Cadwell. What man with the pot on his head?
Do not play innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache. Why else would you be visiting the same places that he did? Unless... Are you an agent of the Usurper Queen?
Of course not. The Usurper Queen?
Euraxia, the hated Imperial who conquered RImmen and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head.
Where did the man with the pot on his head go?
You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last I saw, he headed east. I suppose you'll find him in that direction, and south of Riverhold. Just stop skulking around.
Fine. Right, I'll just go and find the man with the pot on his head. So, you went east. Near Jode's Embrace. So yeah, this...
What a stench. That's the stink of Cold Harbor Walker.
It's so cute. I hope we get to see more of those. Can't remember what they're called. But I hope we see more of them. Because they're cute. So yeah, we'll go find Cadwell. Because as that Khajiit said, his lizard bird pet, which was Honor, which from memory is Cadwell's pet that he had in Cold Harbor. So, and he did say he had a pot on his head, but I wonder what Cadwell is doing in Elsweyr. So yeah, that's Jode's Embrace. It's a really big house. It will probably only be Crown Store. So hopefully we meet...
Uncanny. It looks just like that lovely place I dreamed of. Must be why my portals led me here. Eventually.
Yes, it's Cadwell. So why are you here? Ah! So... these spots we saw digged out before must be what these soldiers are digging up for corpses? For their undead army?
Ah, hello there. Good to see you again, old chum. Have you come to pay your respects too? It was the strangest thing. I dreamed I was looking at this very gravestone, so here I came, and there it is, all solid and everything.
I love how they've given him his own personality. That's really cool. So he had a dream about a gravestone and he's come here. But why? Is that gravestone important?
Important? I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream after all. Or was it a vision? I get those two confused. Anyway, I felt a sort of pull and stepped through a door, and then pish-posh, honours a bantam gras, and here I am.
Huh. So he has visions and dreams that he can't tell apart. Abner Tharn sent me to check on surges of power he detected.
Tharn, you say, the grumpy battle mage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries before we honed in on this exact location. Now, why don't you take a look at the gravestone and see what you make of it,
What happened at the other sites you visited before you found this gravestone?
Well, it took a few tries to find the exact spot I saw in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lasses occupied the first location I visited, demanded my surrender, if you can imagine such a thing. Naturally, I gave them the old heave-ho.
Naturally. I saw that Bantamgua rummaging around in a foul-smelling sack at one site.
Foul-smelling? I'll have you know that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by Bantamgua you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, he's always getting into my foodstuffs. Has the appetite of a mammoth and the cunning of a fox, that one.
I like his makeshift armor as well. That looks like a food tray. Some pots and pans. And did you also dispatch the ogre I found at one of the sites?
Dispatch? Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Grook was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Poor thing fell in and took a nasty spill. When the neck bone snaps, it makes an awful sound.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So I'm gonna investigate this gravestone. Here lies the head of the betrayer, whose name has been stricken from history. May the pieces of his dismembered body remain hidden until Joan and Jode fall from the sky. The betrayer. Interesting. Why are you digging here?
Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, the gravestone mentions the betrayer. Sounds like a dastardly chap. Wonder if I ever met him.
Why do you think you dreamed about this gravestone?
I don't have the slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Whom did he betray? Why did they bury only his head? And where did they put the rest of the poor fellow? I don't have a clue.
The betrayer, I think... When I looked up the Kunzari Khajiit hero story more online, I think the betrayer was mentioned in it. So, what I'm thinking is the betrayer might have betrayed Kunzari in some way. But yeah, I'm not sure. Let us find out. Tharn said that if I found you, I should ask if you'll help us with Elsweyr's dragon problem.
Dragons? I haven't battled a dragon since... I can't remember, but I'm certain I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course I'll help. I'll just need to do a little more digging into this dream thing first.
Cool. Then we'll see you soon.
Did you hear that, my trusty shovel? Dragons and mysterious graves. It's just like old times.
So what's this? Kunzari! I told ya! Kunzari origin. So the betrayer has to do with Kunzari somehow. Of all the Khajiit heroes, none evoke such a sense of adventure and wonder as the mighty Kunzari. Like many of our myths and legends, the stories associated with Kunzari often contradict one another and hide important truths behind allegory and allusion. Such is the case when one considers the tales that describe the origin of this beloved hero. Here are the three of the most popular stories that tell of Kunzari's first adventure. Notice how different each one is. Can they all be true? Some moon singers believe so, though at least one revered loremaster claims that the truth concerning the origin of Kunzari lies in the intersection of all three. Okay, so 3 stories. Kunzari and the Divine Moonbeam. Before Shazir First Claw became the fierce and powerful clan mother of Barukit Kingdom, she was a brave and curious child who got into a world of trouble. Take, for example, the time she climbed to the top of Shimmering Rise and suddenly found herself surrounded by a pride of hungry cinch lions. She was able to hold them at bay with a sharp stick and a pile of pebbles, but as night fell, weariness and her own hunger began to take their toll on the little cat. She called to Joan and Jode to aid her, and a moonbeam illuminated the rise. Standing in the moonbeam was a young male Khajiit around the same age as Shazer. "Where did you come from?" Shazer asked. "Joan and Jode sculpted me out of moonlight, clouds, and your own courageous heart. I am Kunzar, and I am here to rescue you," and that's what Kunzar did. Interesting, so that's how Kunzari came to be. well, Kunzari as he will soon be known as. Kunzari and the box at the shrine. One day a lowly adept arrived at a shrine to Kanathi to offer prayers and leave alms. The adept found a small box placed prominently at the head of the shrine. He moved to discard the item when a mewling emerged from inside and the box shifted and rocked. There was something alive in there. The adept quickly threw open the lid and saw a tiny Khajiit babe reaching towards him with outstretched paws. As he lifted the babe from the box, it grew from an infant to a child before it cleared the top. He set the child down and advanced to the size of a young adult. Fragrant greetings, lowly adept, the young Khajiit said with confidence and swagger. Kanathi's breath sent me to bring glory to this shrine and all the land around. The adept fell to his knees and gasped. Who are you? The Khajiit grinned. Today I am simply Kunzar, but tomorrow I will be the hero Kunzari. So never discard a box in Elsweyr without first checking inside. So these are different origin stories of Kunzari. Kunzari and the Tear of Joy. Alkosh was grim, guarding time was hard work and he was in a foul mood. Mara tried to lighten his attitude, but he wanted none of her kind and loving words. Next, Kanathi attempted to breathe joy into the grumpy Alkosh, but he dispatched her with a roar. I suppose it is up to me, said Sheogorath with an insane laugh. Do you know how much mood sugar it takes to satisfy Herstein's endless hunger? Curious, Alkosh responded, I do not know the answer, insane one, so please tell me. Sheogorath snapped his finger and scowled. Drats, I was hoping you could tell me. Everyone was silent as a strange look came over Alkosh's face. Then all at once he started to laugh. His laughter shook the sky and made the moons dance. He laughed for 30 days and 30 nights until finally a single tear of joy rolled down his cheek and fell upon Elsweyr. The tear landed with a splash, and from its depths emerged the hero Kunzari, fully grown and ready for adventure. Interesting. So we have to find the Defense Force outpost, which is just there. Seems we'll be delving more into Kunzari's story, which is good. So I'm going to end this one here and we'll continue on in the next one. I will see you around. Thanks for watching.